Can I please speak to your
Where's
manager?
the toilet paper?
Can I
where
get
are
another
your
bag?
bathrooms?
No, I
It's
want
the
to.
tales from
I have to
the
retail. Welcome to the Tales from Retail Hell. I'm your co-host Bella,
I'm your co-host, Will.
and this is a show about shitty stories from work. How was your day, Will?
I worked today, but it was whatever.
Yeah, you got up really early this morning.
Yeah, I worked my 6 a.m. shift, so I didn't really have to interact with anybody.
That's always good. Morning shifts are the only thing good about morning shifts are that there are less people with which to deal.
I like morning shifts.
I don't mind, like, the actual shift itself, but I just can't wake up this morning. Like, I got up to your alarm, and it fucked up my whole schedule today.
I'm sorry, boo.
I was a sleepy baby.
Okay, so in the Tales from Retail Hell, we share a story each from our vast experience in in retail.
Retail, service, food, anywhere where you deal with customers, where you have a manager, where you're the manager, where you have employees, coworkers, people in general being shitty to each other, and sometimes being good to each other.
Any shitty job story, or any interesting job story.
Yeah, anything that you feel like isn't normal or typical. Or maybe it's super typical and we all just need to be cathartically sharing and bonded and, you know, get it off our chest together.
So I'll start, because mine's pretty short.
Okay, go for it.
So this is from way back when I was working in a grocery store.
Okay.
And, like, I was working in the deli hot food section of the grocery store, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, we had to deal with sometimes making food, mostly serving it, but we had this rotisserie chicken machine.
Delicious.
They were pretty good.
An easy take-home meal.
Yeah. And you would make like 30, 40 chickens at a time.
It's a lot of chickens, bro.
So we took them off, we packed them up, we had them outside where we were, and they were like prepackaged, and they were on a heater, and people could just scoop them up and take them home.
Right, just one little basket full of chicken.
You know, easy. It's chicken. You know, how could anyone misinterpret what that is?
Right, it's just
or
a bird in
so
a box.
I thought. I was working the line. A woman comes up to me, and she says, "Sir."
So I'm guessing she's an older woman.
All I remember is that she was not necessarily old, maybe late middle-aged,
but should have known better.
but very white.
Gotcha.
She comes up to me, "Sir." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am. How can I help you today?" Like, where are the chickens that are only the white meat? And I tell her, well, ma'am, the chickens out here are white meat and dark meat.
Because it's a whole fucking chicken.
Internally saying to myself, because that's what a fucking chicken is.
That's what a bird is.
You old fucking hag. And so she looks at me, sneers at me. She's like, "Oh, they're those kind."
They're miscegenated.
And then
they're integrated. we don't want none of these black and white chickens mixing together.
And then she left in a huff.
Oh my god.
And I was stunned.
Oh my god.
And I immediately told everybody I worked with this story.
Oh lord. And everyone's like, "Dude, it's on the package. It's a whole chicken. What is your deal?"
No, and I think the big takeaway here is that somewhere clearly, or at least she's clearly under the impression that there are
fully cooked,
full dark meat chickens and full white meat chickens that exist.
Well, that's why chickens are different colors, Will.
No, that's not how chickens work. It is not how chickens work.
Oh no.
I used to. I've lost track, but maybe I'll find it somewhere. I used to have a list
of how many times
of like the top 10 stupidest fucking things anyone's ever asked me.
Oh, you know what my number one is?
Yeah, I do. But that was somewhere on there.
Yeah.
I don't think it was number 1, but it was
top 5.
Top 5, definitely.
Right.
Good fucking Lord, my dude.
I don't know. Like, some things you can say, okay, well, there's a language barrier, or there's a disability there, or there's maybe, you know, there's an age barrier.
There's some
even.
kind of misunderstanding.
Right. But this was a perfectly able-bodied
woman who was older than me significantly, but I'm pretty sure even in
could fucking read.
1865 or whatever the fuck, chickens were still white meat and dark meat. I want to say since the beginning of fucking time, since there have been chickens, there have been white meat and dark meat chickens.
Oh, man.
So yeah, there's no fucking age barrier here. She's just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the running thread through this show, isn't it? That as much as a little like kernel of hope that you can hold out for people, there's always somebody out there who's going to ruin it for that day.
God damn.
What's good though is when you can like turn the head on them and just be like, haha, you fuck.
You see, I did that once or twice when I was younger and I got in trouble for it. So I keep very silent now. I keep my sass levels at bottom.
I wouldn't say I'm sassy. I'm just very direct.
Yeah, but you're like a shift lead. You have like authority.
I have a little bit of authority. I'm 5'3". What authority do I have?
I am a grunt, madam.
You're a specialist. You have a department.
Whatever.
Whereas I'm walking around with a scanning gun, with a uniform on, with a name badge, and people will ask me, "Do you work in this section?" And I'm like, "I'm a manager. I work in all sections. I can see the back of the store. It's not that big."
You know, that's another thing that's really weird. So, my current job doesn't have a uniform or anything, right? But
Yeah.
I wear a name badge. I have a beanie that says
The name of the company.
name of the company. And when I don't have like my butcher coat on, I'm a butcher, by the way. I'm currently working as a butcher. Which is, it's all right. When I don't have my butcher fucking leather face coat on.
Spattered in blood. And
It's actually not blood. It's it's
Seasoning.
preservative.
Okay.
Whenever you have like blood on a meat, it's preservative, not blood at all.
Really?
It just happens to be red.
Oh, interesting.
Fun fact. Fun fact, everybody.
That is a fun fact.
Anyway, when I don't have that on, people are like, "Do you work here?" Like, name tag. I don't wear this hat because it's cool.
Right.
Yes, I'm working.
just a really big fan of the company.
I'm a huge fan.
They had a discount sale a couple weeks back, and I just snatched up all the merch I could get.
But yeah, that was my story.
I like it. I mean, I hate that people do this shit, but I like that you were able to, like, just clearly be like, "Ma'am, this isn't a thing. I need you to get this into your head before you go to another
I didn't correct
location."
her. I just told her that we didn't have them. And she got really mad and stormed off.
Oh my god.
All right, so now it is Bella's turn for a story.
All right, so something that happened pretty recently that gave me kind of a sick glee was I caught a thief recently. And this lady, we caught her on camera. We saw it happen. We got her license plate. We did everything correctly. We didn't engage. We just made the report. This stupid asshole comes back to the store and tries to do it again. And she's checking out her prescriptions. I work in a pharmacy, by the way. In case we haven't, well, we mentioned it in the pilot, but we haven't mentioned it in this episode.
Well, this is going to be on a new channel. This is the first official episode.
Oh, shit, Ep 1. All right, yeah, I work in a pharmacy. I'm a shift manager. Pharmacy/store of a nation wide kind of brand. And this lady, like, she's stealing bullshit. Like, I'm not going to be Javert and chase you down for 1,000 years over a loaf of bread, but when you're stealing makeup and you're stealing Axe body spray and you're stealing...
Yeah, I feel so if someone's stealing, like, food...
I'm going to look the other way. I don't
yeah,
care.
sure, dude. If you don't have any money for breakfast,
I'll buy you breakfast.
I don't care if you take a bagel, but if you're, like, stealing, like, unimportant shit...
Right. Not necessities. Then yeah, I'm going to turn your ass in. Because you're being a dumbass and we have all of your information in the pharmacy.
Oh, wait. She, like, checked out
out her prescriptions at the pharmacy.
Wow, that is some rookie level shit.
No, get how rookie this shit is. So the cops come in because we call them while she's still in the store. They come in, they see her in the waiting area. They're like, "Ma'am, are you such and such?" And she's like, "Who wants to know?" And I'm like, "The fucking police is who wants to know."
Who wants to fucking know?
Yeah, like, who's asking?
We don't live in New Jersey.
Right, but like, okay, so,
we live in North Texas.
Right, she hands over the ID. They're like, "Ma'am, I need you to stand up. I need to, do you consent to me doing a pat down to check and see if you have any weapons?" She's like, "What is going on over here?" And that's when I step in and it's like, ma'am, 2 days ago we saw you stealing on our cameras. We'd either like our merchandise back or, we're going to press charges. And she looks me dead in the eye with the most exasperated look on her face and says, really? And I'm
yes, because you fucking stole shit.
Right. I'm like, yeah, really? Like, what do I say to that? And finally, the officer backs me up because I'm shaking. I'm like, I don't think she's going to be dangerous or anything.
But she's being a bitch.
She's being a bitch. And I'm not good with that kind of confrontation. But I was also just going to stand there and make sure no other customers got in the way. Make sure, I could do some crowd control so people weren't being creepy peepers. And the cop's telling her, ma'am, we have a warrant for your arrest because this is your third strike. You've been caught before.
Damn.
This was her felony take to prison moment.
Now, remind me, if you're shoplifting and it's less than $100, that's just like kind of a slap on the wrist kind of thing.
Yeah, it's more of like you're banned from this store, but we won't necessarily press charges.
But like once it's more than that, it's a misdemeanor.
It is a misdemeanor, and if you've done that 3 times and gotten caught, it's a felony and you go to prison.
Damn.
Yeah, and this was her 3rd time, and I'm like, you ain't even stealing good shit.
No, look, it's there's so many levels to it.
Right?
Because she stole like a punk ass.
Right.
She stole like a dumbass after checking out at a fucking pharmacy.
With an HD camera.
That gets like, and pharmacies get like your address, your name, all that shit.
Next of kin in case we have to notify somebody about a prescription change. We have literally everything but your social on file.
It's then we find out that this is our 3rd strike.
Like, are you lazy or just stupid? Like, you really just thought we didn't care enough?
Like, I don't know, usually if I was a shoplifter, God forbid. If I got caught, I'd probably stop.
Right.
Or I'd reassess what I was doing and find some way around it.
Right.
Be smart.
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. If you want to steal an SD card, bring it into the bathroom and open it first.
For example.
If you want to pack up Pokemon cards, bring it into the bathroom and open them first, because they might have a chip in there that might go off when you leave the store with the Pokemon cards.
But if you forget to do that, just leave with a group of people, and then they won't pull everyone
Yeah, exactly.
aside.
Or just like, don't run, but just walk
out
briskly.
No, I mean, especially in my store, because it's an older store, we have a lot of defective things. It's kind of hard to tell, if somebody's actually stealing. So, those mats that go under a countertop when you're checking out, and it's supposed to demagnetize that sticker.
Is that what those do?
That's what those do.
Huh.
We have 2 in the store that do not work.
Oh,
so
boy.
You purchase at one of these 2 registers, and then you walk out the door, and those alarms are always going to beep. And we always just look at them and go, "You're good."
Oh my god. So what you're saying is I should steal from your store.
You could. I mean, not on my shift, because I'll fucking catch you and I'll narc you out, but...
Boo, why?
Because it's not fair. I have to be at work doing bullshit I don't want. You don't get to take the easy way out.
Was there anything more to this lady?
No, she was just an asshole, and I'm glad she got caught.
How much, would you get jail time for that?
She would get jail time for that.
Damn.
Yeah, she has to wait in jail for her, if she wants to go to trial, more likely they're just gonna plea bargain her out or whatever.
I want to go to trial, you sure?
You sure?
You got fucking camera evidence.
We got fucking 4 angles on DVD. I need you to reassess.
No, Bella. That was an HD camera. That shit's on Blu-ray.
That's a Blu-ray. We got a laser disc for backup. Like, when you have that much evidence, including your pharmacy checkout time and receipts and face, unless you have a twin out there, that would be a nice shocker twist for the courts. But
dun-dun.
You're going away. Don't be a dickhead. Steal smarter, not harder.
Steal smarter, not harder.
Because it's if you take a whole item, it is more likely that the store is going to think, oh, we counted something wrong.
Yeah, I don't understand people who, take part
of an item.
Who do, I just want 1 can of soda. I'm going to open this 12-pack of soda.
I can't fucking stand it. Just take a soda from the cooler. They're bigger anyways. You don't want those stupid airplane mini cans.
Why do we even have those?
Or people, those tiny little 4 milliliter things of wine. tiny little
Like
wine
the single glass
Yes.
little things?
Okay, but they come in 4-packs.
Right.
People will steal one of them, and I'm like,
why?
unless you're just like using it to deglaze a pan while you're cooking, you're not gonna get drunk. It's not worth it. That's cheap shit wine.
What
And
kind
now
of
we have
like
to damage out that entire package. That fucking sucks.
Also, like, who's stealing like cheap wine?
Teenagers.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not steal beer? Or like booze?
No, homeless guys steal booze.
But
I don't know.
if the point of stealing an alcoholic beverage is to get fucked up off it, I
you
assume.
should steal the most of it, or the worst thing there.
You just steal, like, I don't know, a thing of Svedka? No one's gonna miss it.
Right. Oh, my store isn't one of the lucky ones that has alcohol. Otherwise, I'd have a much bigger personal problem on my hands.
Yeah, that's the thing about Texas, I think.
Yeah, it's
We
a
have, like,
pretty dry state.
We have a weird alcohol policy.
Yeah, like
And no gambling, I think.
yeah, no gambling.
But
here.
the second you're over the Oklahoma border,
fuck it, let's
boy
get
howdy,
party. Yeah.
it gets fucking turned.
No, like I've been in your store, and your store is notoriously difficult to steal from.
Oh yeah, because there's cameras fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
No, they got that shit on lock.
yeah.
I once saw them call the police on somebody for like switching like tags on something.
Oh, like they were trying to get a sale price and say
No, like
this was
like
cheaper.
like for example, she like got like, I don't know, the $5 thing of something and put it on like a whole brisket.
oh,
Like a 20-pound brisket.
No, honey, we're not that dumb.
And yeah, they called the cops. The store I work at doesn't fuck around with that shit.
To be fair, I like that they don't fuck around because it keeps the food and stuff that you guys sell really low. Like,
Oh yeah,
lowest prices in town.
It does have low prices, but I don't know. It kind of feels like Big Brother's watching all the time.
Yeah. No, I mean, and okay, like to sidebar and talk about the news for a hot second. You know, AI telling, service workers, Amazon workers, people in packaging plants and distribution plants, like, you've stopped moving, Jeremy. You have 2 seconds to keep moving or else you're going to be fired. Like, they're putting...
Is that a thing?
They're putting bracelets on people's arm that track their motion and then report to a manager when they stop moving.
Oh, that's easy. Just shake your wrist.
Right, you'd think there's a way
Just
to get
go
around
into
it.
the bathroom and jerk it. They also have that new Amazon warehouse where you just walk into the warehouse.
I still feel like there's a way to get around that.
No. They have like, badass cameras in there, which make my cameras look like little baby cameras.
Right.
And you just take something off the shelf and it puts it in your Amazon like
Cart.
and you just leave
And it just charges your account. Yeah.
as you leave.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
That's kind of what South Korea did. They have like an all digital like grocery
Now look,
panel.
I-
We can be fond of South Korea.
I love South Korea. Are you kidding me? In South Korea, they treat internet like a fucking utility.
Yep.
They have nation internet.
They do.
That's really good.
because they understand it's a commodity.
People
It's
need Overwatch.
Man, you don't fuck around with that Overwatch team.
They understand that their entire country needs Overwatch.
Oh man, yeah, no. Like if you take away their internet, they'll just kill everyone.
They'll riot.
Yeah.
They'll like invite the North down.
Fuck it, we're merging. Let's do
We're
it.
merging.
Take the walls down. Oh man. I mean, so, don't steal. Don't do stupid shit. There's always going to be stupid questions, but in terms of like answering stupid questions, I had a small segment that I wanted to do if we still have time. How long are we?
We're about 20 minutes.
All right, this will take like 10 minutes. So I conducted my first interview today. Yay me.
Tiny golf clap for Bella.
I know, trying to climb that corporate ladder. Not really, but kind of. So this lady, who I will call Denise, because I honestly can't remember her first name.
Denise
right
or
now.
D Nice?
D-Nice. D-Nice is older than me, which I was kind of not intimidated, but I felt like she wouldn't take me seriously. But we had a really nice conversation.
What did we talk? We talking like a 10-year gap, 5-year
just like
gap.
10-year gap.
Okay, so she's like mid-30s.
Yeah, mid-30s. She's got 4 kids.
Oof.
2 of them live with her. 2 of them live with the ex-husband.
Well, I say that. I'm pretty sure my mom had 4 kids when she was in her mid-30s.
Well, and that's the thing. She had kids young, so now she's gone to school. She's, trying to be a nurse.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, she was a hairstylist. She's into cosmetology. She's done retail all her life, and she just really hates the current store that she's working at. So, in this interview, I'm asking, how do you deal with criticism? How do you deal with learning new techniques? How are you with computers? Are you good at multitasking? Are you a I prefer to get it done myself kind of person, or do you want to work with somebody? Mm-hmm. And we have a lot in common, and I really liked her. Plus, she wants full-time and open availability, which are the golden words, everybody. If you want to get a fucking job in any town that has a college in it, you have to say open availability.
Especially our town that has 3 colleges.
Yeah, no, we have the highest competition that I've seen in a long time for shit jobs. For bullshit jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all kids who, they have their school refunds, but they also want a little spending money. Whereas the people who just live in the town, they're like, I need a fucking job too, buttholes. I don't know. This lady was very nice, but I do have some do's and don'ts of interviews.
Do tell.
Don't stop listening. That was a bad pun. She... dressed appropriately.
Yeah. Presentation's pretty important.
Presentation's important, dressed up nice, good hair, good makeup.
When is it too much?
When
you're wearing a business blazer suit for
yeah, when you're overly formal. If you look like you're going to go to prom or cuz I've seen girls come in a dress and I'm like, that's a little weird, but okay, I get it.
You probably wouldn't dock many points, but
not many points.
You'd make a mental note of
a mental note of maybe she needs money for a new wardrobe. I get that. My first big don't was just calling everyone sweetie and hun and not introducing herself when she came in. We had to prod her. It's oh, what was your name again? Oh, okay, thank you. And, just a little standoffish, which I get it. Social anxiety is a thing.
Is there ever a scenario when it's not your parents or aunt where sweetie or hun is not condescending?
Very old ladies.
Or sport or
Old sport. When you go all Gatsby on them.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of ones for dudes.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot.
I hate being called young man.
Young man?
I fucking hate it.
Really?
Yes.
You are a young man.
I realize that I am, but...
I don't... See, I think it depends on the race, the gender, and the age. If it's an old white man, that's the worst combination, and I hate you telling me that.
Well there, young lady.
Yeah. Hey there, little miss. Ooh, get out. Get out of my store. And I get it, she's older, and she's a mom, so she's gonna kind of have that nurturing feeling.
Mom vibe.
She's got the mom vibe.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Yeah, fine. A don't on my end, don't interview in a very fucking cold room. Because we went into our training room, which is admittedly behind the deep cooler.
Okay.
And we thought, well, we have heating in this building. No. We were shivering. She had her arms crossed and she's like, I'm sorry for my defensive body behavior, but I'm really cold. And I was like, I get it. Let's leave. Let's go. Let's walk around the store. Have answers prepared for questions. If they're going to give you a scenario or a situation to talk about, try not to flounder too much, and if you're not really good at thinking on your feet, ask questions of the interviewer to stall. Because we sat there for a bit after I asked her a question. She's like, well, I think this happens. And I had to dock her some points on a couple questions because we have to score them.
If someone had cue cards, would you dock them?
I wouldn't. I think it's more important that they are prepared.
Yeah.
I would see them as, they obviously want to be precise in their language, and that's important to me. Don't talk about how you had petty fights with other coworkers.
Oh, no.
That's a big red flag. You can't ever tell me I left this store because one of the other ladies had a problem with me. I'm like, what? Do tell. What problem?
What if they had a problem with their manager? Is that different, or
It is different. Because, and I would want to follow up on that. Like, were they abusive? Were they taking advantage of your time? Were they...
because let me tell you, I've had like 2 or 3 either direct managers or like store managers that have been complete dickheads.
Oh, like the lady who asked you why your hands were in your pockets when you work in a freezer?
No, she's cool.
Okay.
She's relatively cool. She was just having a boring day.
Okay. So she was just picking on
She was just
people.
bored and like had nothing to do. That's different. I can forgive that.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's like if I ever get a gleam that you're maybe not the best to work with, or that you might be kind of a stuck-up person,
That's a
or
nope.
That's I don't trust you.
It's all about synergy, Bella.
It is about synergy. That's the word of the day. You've got to be able to work with a team, take good critiques. And one thing that she said that I completely vibed with was like, we're talking about criticisms, and she says, if I do something wrong, I want you to tell me, but I don't want you to embarrass me in front of other people. And I'm like, I get that. We will never try to do any sort of harsh critiques or corrections in front of other workers or in front of customers, certainly, because we don't want to look like we're doing something wrong. The customer's got to think that everything's okay behind the curtain.
It's like Disney World.
It is. Nobody dies at Disneyland.
You gotta have the walls high enough so no one can see outside.
Nobody can see how
There is
rotted the mouse
only
is.
Disney World.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I completely respect that. I will, and I'm going to talk to you like an adult, because you're an adult and you're a grown woman, and you can handle yourself. And I'm going to expect that you can take that criticism, unlike another coworker, which we'll feature in another episode, and and be able to turn that information into, a new method of doing things.
Right.
Overall, her interview went really well. And I mean, like, really, because she wants full time and she wants open availability, we're gonna hire her.
Okay.
Because we've had such a horrible turnover rate.
Were there any like really embarrassing interviews?
Yes. You mean like
Oh.
the 3 that didn't show up and 1 that showed up late?
How late?
Like 2 hours late.
Fuck.
And then she walks in and Tina, like another shift lead is like, oh, the position has been filled. And the girl's like, what? Really? Can I reschedule? My car died. My cat's throwing up. My grandpa's sick. And it's like...
How late would you be like, would you dock 0 points? Like 5 to 10?
5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, I will also dock a mental point if you are more than 30 minutes early.
Why?
Because, like...
Because they're a fucking loser, Bella, and have no friends?
No.
They have to ride the bus to work?
Damn, just at me next time. No, like, because if you're too eager, I'm gonna think you're, like, creepy. You can't be, like, knocking on the office door, like, can I come in now? No, you can't. Like,
I'm not sure I would. I think
I think arriving early, scoping out the scene, just waiting around, and then when it gets close to your time, you say, I just want to let you know I'm here for my interview. That's perfectly fine. But if you show up an hour early, like, can I come in yet? Can we talk now? I would like to speak with the manager. And I'm just going to be like, nobody's here right now. You're going to leave.
I guess. I probably personally that wouldn't bother me. God, I can't fucking talk.
I feel it. It's been a long day.
It has been.
I know.
So I think that's probably the majority of episode 1.
Yeah.
I think at this time we're probably gonna do these like bi-weekly.
Yeah. I hope so.
And
once my schedule chills out, I'm on day 4 of 9 right now.
Good Lord.
I know. But if you have any stories, if you have any suggestions, if you want to just hit us up on Twitter, all of our links are going to be posted on SoundCloud,
YouTube, wherever you're watching this. If you have a story, you can send it to either the tales from retailhell.tumblr.com. Mm-hmm. You can send it to at IceBearBella on Twitter, at WoDog on Twitter, or, I don't know, comments?
Yeah,
Do they have those anywhere?
YouTube comments? SoundCloud comments?
Anywhere. Fuck it, man. Whatever. Let's see. Any other guidelines we want to go over, or like housekeeping stuff for the show going forward?
We hope to have more guests on. So
Yeah. We're going to have guests. There'll probably usually be 3 people. 3 to 4. It's just the first episode we just wanted to be just us to like have a baseline.
Occasionally, we will have entirely themed episodes, or
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go on an hour-long rant about a certain person that I work
We'll
with.
have themed episodes. We'll have episodes where it's probably going to be majority just like audience stories or stories we found.
Oh yeah, no, I follow a lot of blogs that are very cathartic to know that other people are going through this bullshit, and especially in other industries that I haven't worked.
Oh yeah, but like, and although the name is Retail Hell, this is it's just a catchy name, honestly.
It's a customer service bullshit brigade, which is
That's
our
a-
backup name.
But yeah, if
If
you
this one's
if you have a juicy story, send it our way.
Send us that
We will
juice.
definitely cite you on it.
Oh yeah, if you want to remain anonymous because you're currently working there,
That's another
you know,
thing.
Change all names. Change...
We will not include your last name.
We won't include any like identifying information.
No. We will not include any identifying information. If you send it to us accidentally, we will not.
We'll
do
make
it.
up a name. We'll make up a funny name for you.
Exactly. So I hope you've enjoyed this first episode.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
We'll see you on the flip side.
Yeah. See you later.
Have a good shift.
Howdy.